Imagine signing the paperwork for your dream home, the excitement coursing through your veins, only to discover later that you've walked into a financial trap. Shocked? You should be. This isn't just about interest rates or the housing market. It's about the hidden, unspoken realities that specifically affect LGBTQ+ buyers. Let's dive into why now might be the worst time for you to buy a home. First off, let's talk about the emotional toll. The process of buying a home is inherently stressful, but for LGBTQ+ individuals, it can be a minefield of discrimination and bias. Imagine being questioned repeatedly about your marital status, or having to explain your relationship dynamics to every single real estate agent. Even in progressive areas, microaggressions can pile up, turning what should be an exciting time into a nightmare of scrutiny and invalidation. And then there's the legal maze. Did you know that in many places, LGBTQ+ couples still face legal hurdles that straight couples don't? It's a harsh reality that despite progress in many areas, legal equality is still not fully realized. Property laws, inheritance rights, and even basic contract recognition can vary wildly depending on where you live. These legal inconsistencies can turn the process of buying a home into a minefield, where one wrong step can lead to significant legal and financial consequences. Property laws, for instance, can be a major hurdle. In some jurisdictions, laws regarding joint ownership and property rights may not fully recognize LGBTQ+ relationships, especially if the couple is not legally married. This can complicate things like applying for a mortgage together, or determining ownership shares in the event of a breakup. You might find yourself needing legal advice just to understand your rights and responsibilities, adding another layer of stress and expense to the home buying process. Inheritance rights are another significant concern. In many places, if one partner in an LGBTQ+ relationship passes away without a will, their surviving partner may not have automatic rights to inherit their share of the property. This can lead to devastating situations where a grieving partner has to fight in court to retain their home. Even with a will, challenges to inheritance can arise, especially in less progressive areas where judges may not be sympathetic. Basic contract recognition can also pose challenges. In some regions, legal documents that are straightforward for straight couples, such as power of attorney or healthcare proxy forms, can be questioned or invalidated for LGBTQ+ couples. This lack of recognition can create enormous difficulties, particularly in times of crisis. Imagine being denied the right to make medical decisions for your partner, or having your authority questioned during a critical moment, simply because the law doesn't fully acknowledge your relationship. One wrong step, and you could find yourself in a legal quagmire, fighting to prove your rights to your own home. Without comprehensive legal protection, every aspect of homeownership becomes fraught with potential pitfalls. It's a harsh reminder that equality is still an ongoing battle. While marriage equality was a significant milestone, it did not eliminate all legal disparities. Homeownership can paradoxically bring these issues to the forefront, exposing the gaps in legal protections that still exist. These legal challenges underscore the importance of thorough preparation and understanding. Before embarking on the journey to homeownership, it's crucial for LGBTQ+ individuals and couples to seek legal advice and ensure all their bases are covered. This might mean drafting wills, setting up trusts, or creating detailed legal agreements to safeguard their interests. It's not just about buying a house, it's about securing your future and protecting your rights in a world where legal equality is not yet guaranteed. In summary, the dream of owning a home can quickly turn into a legal nightmare for LGBTQ+ individuals and couples. The patchwork nature of property laws, inheritance rights, and contract recognition creates a labyrinth of potential obstacles that can be both confusing and costly to navigate. But wait, there's more. The very act of settling down can sometimes expose LGBTQ+ individuals to heightened visibility, and not always in a good way. Picture this. You've just moved into a picturesque neighborhood, white picket fences, friendly neighbors waving as they walk their dogs. On the surface, it's everything you've ever wanted. But as time goes by, you start to notice the sideways glances, the whispered conversations that abruptly stop when you approach, the subtle but unmistakable signs that you're being scrutinized, and not in a good way. In certain neighborhoods, being visibly queer can attract unwanted attention or even hostility. This can range from uncomfortable stares and microaggressions to outright harassment and violence. Imagine having to think twice before holding your partner's hand while walking down your own street, or feeling a pit in your stomach every time you see a new face in the neighborhood, wondering if they'll be accepting or hostile. The very place that's supposed to be your sanctuary can start to feel like enemy territory. Hate crimes and discrimination aren't relics of the past, they're present-day realities. Statistics show that hate crimes against LGBTQ+ individuals are still alarmingly common, and the fear of being targeted can cast a long shadow over the sense of security that a home should provide. This fear isn't unfounded. Many LGBTQ homeowners have stories of vandalism, threats, or worse, simply because of who they are. These incidents aren't just isolated to overtly conservative areas, they can happen anywhere, turning your dream home into a potential danger zone. Safety and acceptance should be non-negotiable, but the sad truth is, they're not guaranteed everywhere. Even in seemingly progressive communities, there can be pockets of intolerance. Moving to a new area always carries some risk, but for LGBTQ individuals, that risk is exponentially higher. It's not just about whether the local schools are good or if there's a nice park nearby, it's about whether you'll be accepted, respected, and safe in your own home. This pervasive uncertainty can take a heavy toll on mental health. The constant stress of not knowing whether your neighbors will accept you, or if you might be targeted for who you are, can lead to anxiety and a sense of isolation. Home should be a place where you can relax and be yourself, but for many LGBTQ individuals, it's another battleground where they have to fight for acceptance and safety every single day. Let's not overlook the impact this has on family life. If you have children, the stakes are even higher. You want to provide them with a stable, loving home environment, free from fear and prejudice. But if your neighborhood is hostile or unaccepting, your children might face bullying or discrimination at school, or you might have to shield them from the realities of intolerance that you face. This added layer of concern can make the dream of homeownership feel more like a burden than a blessing. In essence, while homeownership is a cherished goal for many, for LGBTQ individuals, it comes with a unique set of challenges and risks that are often overlooked. It's crucial to weigh these factors carefully and consider whether now is truly the right time to take on such a significant commitment. Your home should be a place of peace and joy, not a source of stress and fear. Let's not forget about the future. Homeownership is a long-term commitment, and with the current uncertainties, it's like betting on a game where the rules could change at any moment. Economic downturns, market crashes, and political shifts can all impact your investment. For LGBTQ individuals, who might already face financial instability, the risk is doubly concerning. What if you need to move for a job, or if the local political climate turns hostile? Flexibility is key, and owning a home can tie you down in ways that renting doesn't. And speaking of financial instability, let's address the elephant in the room: healthcare. Medical expenses are one of the leading causes of financial hardship, and LGBTQ individuals often face unique healthcare needs that can be costly. From hormone therapy to mental health services, these expenses can add up. Owning a home means taking on a significant financial responsibility, and unexpected medical bills can quickly derail even the best-laid plans. Then there's the issue of community. Finding a supportive and accepting community is crucial for LGBTQ individuals. What happens if you buy a home in an area that seemed welcoming but turns out to be less than inclusive? Moving is much harder when you own, and you might find yourself stuck in a place that doesn't feel like home. Renting offers the flexibility to find and settle in a community that truly supports and embraces you.